Good morning and happy Monday to you. My name is LaShonda Brown, and welcome to Bootstrap Bizify Live, where I teach service providers how to work less and live more by leveraging tech and YouTube. Now, first and foremost, you are going to like this video. Usually I'm super humble about it, but I know for a fact you're going to love this because we have the board back out and we are taking it to the next level. I am going to be sharing with you 8 marketing strategies that I tried this year. I'm going to tell you what went well, what did not, so that you can implement some of these strategies as you market your offers through the rest of the year. So if you are watching this live or watching in the replay, you hitting like on this video will help it be seen by more people. So make sure that you like it if you like it. Now, I have a few announcements that I want to do today, and then we're going to hop in to the board. As always, I want to remind you that you can become a STAR student. STAR students are my first level of my membership tier. And last week, I had the pleasure of doing a workshop with Christina Bartold all about becoming a LinkedIn top voice. So if you missed that workshop live, you're interested in getting this information, the only way you're going to get it is if you become a STAR student, because I have already loaded the replay into the app. So that is how you will get access to that content. Now, I had the pleasure of going live on LinkedIn with one of my favorite authors, the author of Profit First, Mike Michalowicz, and I hopped on live and we talked all about the power of Profit First. This was probably one of my best interviews I've ever done. And so I would encourage you, if you haven't watched that replay, you can watch it on the YouTube channel. And if you follow me on LinkedIn, you can dig in the events and find the replay there as well. Now, I want to give a shout out to those who have already signed up for the Mindful Marketing Mastermind. Last week, I did a live stream with the board where I mapped out this offer. I created it specifically because I had 9 ideas for Black Friday promotions that I shared the week prior to that. And I felt like this is really overwhelming. And so for those people who wanted community and wanted to work alongside me as they launched a new offer at the end of 2024, I wanted to give them a place to do this. Now, if you are a Bootstrap creator, there is a code that's going to get you $100 off. The reason why I'm doing that is because people who join this mastermind become a Bootstrap creator for 60 days. So I created that code so you don't get charged twice for being a part of this mastermind. If you want the code and don't know where to find it, don't know what it is, just let me know in the comments or shoot me a message and I'll make sure that you get it. But I'm super excited that I will be helping Alan, Lisa Avila, Camille, Paula, Adrienne, Lisa Reed, and Caitlin so far. So there is room for up to 25 people. I'm totally fine with rocking with these 7, but I would encourage you, if you want support specifically from me about how you can leverage technology to get that new offer off the ground, whether you want to sell it for Black Friday or you want to wait until December for a year-end promotion, this is the best way to work with me. So early bird ends on October 30th, and so the price will go up to full price on Halloween. So even if you aren't a member, you can save $50 if you go to lashondabrown.com/pop-up mastermind. Now, I am going to be sharing specifically marketing strategies that I tried out, but I wanted to go ahead and let you know what the poll of the week is. If after watching this live stream or at any point during the live stream, if you would like to see what sales strategies I implemented this year and which ones converted, I will do a follow-up live stream on that topic. The reason why I bring this up is because marketing is all about building awareness and interest for your brand. Sales is a completely different animal. Sales is focused on making the sales and it's focused on conversions. So today I'm going to be talking all about building awareness and interest in my brand. But if you want to get into the weeds to show what's selling, what is helping to actually generate money to my bank account directly, I can do that next week. Just put sales in the comments. So that is what the poll of the week is. The reason why I do these polls is because it helps to build engagement live on the live stream, which helps it be seen by more people when people come to my channel. So if you are watching live, make sure you let me know that you can hear me in the comments before I get into the depths of the board. But I am going to go ahead and share my ad for the Bootstrap Club, and then we will hop into today's content. This live stream is brought to you by the Bootstrap Club. Some things never make it to Instagram, and for that level of small biz realness, join the club. When you join the Bootstrap Club for free, you'll start getting access to my behind-the-scenes emails about my pivot from being a burnout service provider to a mindful full-time content creator. I share my ups and downs in this private format because I think it's important to be transparent if I'm going to be the mentor that I always wanted. Thousands of people from all around the world have joined the club to receive my strategy emails, and I would love for you to join us. To sign up, go to LaShondaBrown.com, click on Join the Bootstrap Club, drop your name and email address, and I will add you to the list. I hope you have a blessed Monday, and I look forward to chatting with you soon. All right, my friends, thank you so much, Jen, in the comments for letting me know that you can hear me. I did move the board over a little bit so I can make sure I can still see comments as I am teaching from the board. I would encourage you, my friends, to ask questions, okay? Because your questions really do help turn this from me just talking for an hour to a full-on masterclass. I'm in love with this digital whiteboard. I think it helps me to add something different to YouTube that you're not really seeing other creators use to educate. And so your engagement will make this more fun for everybody. Okay. So thank you, Nicole, for already saying in the comments that you would love to see the same format applied to sales strategies into my business. Typically what I do, just to be fully transparent with you all, is I look to see if I can get 10 comments for the poll of the week. And so what I do is if I can get 10 people to comment whatever that word is for the day, in this case, the word is sales, then that tells me that this is a topic that you're interested in. Me doing these polls has really helped to curate the content that you see in the live streams. My feed content, when we heavily edit it and work with brand partners and all of that, I have way more input as to what I talk about. But this is our time. This is like open office hours for my membership that you get to pop in and see what it's like to learn from me. So again, if you want to continue to deepen your relationship with me, the best way to do that is to become a member. Star Students is the easiest way to do that. That's $10 a month. Becoming a Bootstrap creator is $50 a month. If you're not interested in content marketing, specifically YouTube, then I would not recommend becoming a Bootstrap creator, because essentially those are the people that are in my coaching program to learn how to do what I'm doing. So I did prep the board a little bit with some text already just to get us started. So let's go ahead and hop into what are the 8 things. I'm not going to make you wait super late in the video to know what those are, but we're going to get in the weeds about how they scored up, what I used, what worked well, so that you can get an honest picture of what it looks like to use content marketing to market your business, okay? So the 8 different strategies were broadcast style social media, SEO content, conferences, email marketing, virtual events, podcasts, guest teaching, and newsletters, okay? So those are the 8 strategies that we're going to be talking about today. And so first and foremost, what I really want you to understand is when it comes to marketing your business in 2024, you can't just do one thing anymore, okay? You cannot just say, oh, I'm just going to, say for instance, just post to YouTube and hope for the best. YouTube can be your main marketing channel, but it can't be all that you're using. If nothing else, you need YouTube and an email list, okay? So what I have noticed that has changed in 2024 is that certain strategies that worked in the past or certain techniques that worked in the past just don't work anymore. It's not personal. It's like across the board. It's not discriminating. Like, big content creators are pivoting hard. When I tell you handbrake turn, because certain strategies just don't hit the way they used to. And so if you are noticing that, if you are noticing in your business that, man, I was rocking these carousel posts last year and now nobody's looking at them. No one's engaging. Like, what happened? I need you to understand that everyone is experiencing a change and a shift in marketing. You have to remember that world events will always heavily impact how your marketing performs if you're using content, okay? The same place that people go to look for your educational posts are the same place people are going for the news, the latest and greatest updates. And we've had massive destruction in the US with 2 hurricanes back to back within a 2-week span of time. It's an election year, not to mention what's happening overseas. And just overall, it's been a hard year. Inflation is for real. People are getting laid off. People's paychecks are not going as far as they used to. So you cannot put so much pressure on yourself to say people aren't buying like they used to, because your content actually may be perfectly fine. It's just the reality of the situation is climate has changed. And that's why it's going to be super important, if you're interested in talking about the same topic from a sales perspective next week. Remember, there is a drastic difference between marketing and sales. Sales is about building awareness. Marketing is about building awareness and interest. Sales is about conversions. Okay. So in order for you to make the conversions, you have to build up awareness. People have to know that you exist. You cannot just build it and they will come. And so the first thing I do want to talk about is just making it very clear what the heck a marketing funnel is. Okay. So a marketing funnel is what you're using content marketing for to begin with. You are building awareness with your marketing. Once you build awareness, then you will turn into interest. You put that message out there to everybody. Some people will be interested. Then some people will have a desire to work with you. And then from that desire to work with you, a few people will actually take action. So this area, let's see here, comment down here. This area down here is where you make money. Okay. This is sales. Marketing starts here. Okay. So as you are implementing these strategies, whether it's conferences, podcast guesting, email marketing, all these different things, you are putting people into the funnel, but you are not expecting that when you post to Instagram, it's going to immediately result in sales for you. Okay. Because Instagram is a broadcast social media platform and it is about building brand awareness. So a lot of you are simply using platforms for the wrong purpose. And so that is drastically impacting how your business is performing. So if you've never seen this before, this is a great article. I'm going to link to it in the comments. I don't want to, get too in the weeds about this, but I want to make it very clear why potentially you aren't seeing sales from your marketing strategies, because that's just not what they're intended to do. Okay. So in the event you've never seen this before, I wanted to make sure. Oh yeah, we don't need this anymore. There we go. I wanted to make sure that you knew the difference. Okay. So let's go back to broadcast style social media. And I think I want to do this. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Okay. Broadcast style social media. What platforms did I actually use? And so, yeah, we're going to be completely honest from the very beginning. So the ones that did not work. Okay. So if we go from here, and we'll just go, we're going to mix with colors this week. So calm down. Don't get too excited. All right. So if we talk about the marketing channels that we use that were broadcast channels, what did not work for me, and this is just me personally, Facebook did not work. Then I would say Instagram was mixed success. And the best social media platform for me was LinkedIn. Now, I'm sure you're probably thinking, why the crap isn't YouTube on that list? It's a social media platform, isn't it? No, it is not. YouTube is a search engine. You are able to be social on it. However, it is not a social media platform. And so many of you are putting pressure on yourself to act like you do on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, and that's simply not what it is. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you. There was a recent event that YouTube hosted maybe about 2 weeks ago, where they did announce that they are working on features to emulate more of what you're used to seeing on Facebook through a updated community tab and some other features. So I know it's a desire of the YouTube corporation to become more social, but it is not a social platform. It is a search engine. So when you utilize a broadcast style social media platform like Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram, essentially what you're doing is you're broadcasting a message on that platform. You're trying to build awareness for your brand, and you are hoping that that message reaches the right people. Now, the reason why I would say Facebook and Instagram had mixed success for Instagram and Facebook just straight up did not work for me. The reason why was organic reach. Okay. Organic reach simply means that you can reach the people that you're trying to reach without having to pay to play. I'm noticing these two platforms are owned by the same corporation, Meta, and they are quickly becoming pay to play. Okay. And so the difficulty with using those platforms to build awareness for my brand is not only am I spending all this work creating the content for the platform, in most cases, I'm having to actually pay on top of that, not just with my time, but with my money to boost the content. So I may not be boosting the content on Facebook, but on Instagram, I'm currently running an ad to a carousel post that was a high performing post. The reason why is because I don't want to have to post on a regular basis on Instagram, and that ad makes sure that I'm reaching new people every day without having to post new content. So for me personally, the mixed success of Instagram is because ads on, let's see here, carousel posts work for me. I would also say that IG stories with link stickers work for me. And resharing to stories. I don't see much success coming from posting new content on my Instagram feed. I never see conversions come from going live on Instagram. And so at a certain point, you guys know at the beginning of the year, I really wanted to break up with Instagram. I didn't want nothing to do with it. I'm just like, I'm over this. I'm not getting organic reach. I don't have time to keep creating all this new content. However, I did see success in those areas. The other thing I should also mention is DMs were the best thing that happened to me this year when it comes to Instagram marketing. Because all of a sudden, the DMs allowed me to shorten the path to conversions because I was able to talk to those people one-on-one. Now, were my DMs like overflowing? No. But when I did many chat automations, got people in the DMs, that drove traffic to my email list, to my landing pages, what have you. And so that made Instagram more useful. But to be completely honest, I'm paying for a mini chat. I'm paying for Meta Verified on my Instagram. And sometimes I'm paying for ads. And so I would say at the bare minimum with Instagram, I'm probably spending anywhere from $100 to $200 a month on my Instagram account. Now, for me personally, I am seeing that a lot of brands like to repost content. They love that I have an engaged YouTube following, but they also love the fact that I have, I think it's like 14.5K on Instagram. So they still want to reach those people, even if it's just a portion of those people. And so killing my Instagram completely doesn't make sense when I have people still willing to pay for sponsored reels, but I have to keep my account active in order for those reels to convert. To be completely ethical with those folks, to say, hey, you're still going to get conversions on my Instagram, even though I don't post every day. I got to do something to keep the lights on. And so what I have decided to do is to put ad spend toward a carousel post on my account, post to my stories, once every, 2 or 3 days, and reshare when people tag me in content. Okay. So I'm just being all the way real with you. Now, LinkedIn was the surprise hitter. And that is why I'm telling you right now, if you missed the workshop with Christina, because you're not a Bootstrap creator, you're not a STAR student, you didn't buy a ticket, I would encourage you to go to bootstrapbizadvice.com. You can pay $10 just like you would have paid to be there live, but you get immediate access to her replay and every single workshop replay from this year. This was an incredible workshop. She has a LinkedIn Top Voice sticker, and we went into the depths as to how she got it. So if you've been wondering, how are people getting top voice on LinkedIn? How are they getting people to follow them? How are they generating sales, not just awareness, but sales from LinkedIn? You need to watch this workshop. Half the time I invite people to teach workshops because I am interested in learning, and I don't consider myself to be an expert in whatever that strategy is, whatever that tool is. And so that's why I bring in friends to teach those workshops. Yes, it's a value to you, but it's also a value to me. So if you missed it, you can go to bootstrapbizadvice.com and become a STAR student. All right, so I just want to be clear. There is more continued education about LinkedIn. We're not going to get into the depths about that today. The biggest benefit to LinkedIn, okay? LinkedIn users have more money, okay? And I hate to be that guy, but it's the honest truth. LinkedIn users typically will have more money because this is the social media platform that is specifically geared to professionals. You're going to see C-suite executives. You're going to see directors of departments. You're going to see people who want to be headhunted from their organization and move to another one. It is about business on LinkedIn. It's not necessarily about making friends. It's specifically geared toward helping people to network strategically, to build their businesses and to build their networks. Even when it comes to who's in your little network, they're called connections. There's a difference between friends on Facebook and connections. You go into LinkedIn with the mindset that I'm not trying to make friends. I'm trying to grow my business. Okay. I'm trying to grow in my career. And so that was huge for me, that I noticed that people on LinkedIn who found me, they had the budgets. They had the budgets to book me to do a Canva workshop. They had the budget to bring me on for a brand partnership. They had the budget to pay for a coaching session for me when I'm $500 an hour. Like, it was so much easier to take people from awareness to sales, because people were looking for professionals willing to teach them, okay? So I have doubled down on LinkedIn. Personal goal next year is to have my LinkedIn following exceed my Instagram following. So that becomes my secondary platform and not Instagram, but I'm not there yet. Not even close, because for years I had a dormant LinkedIn account. So that is my goal. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I will put in even more effort as time goes on, but because of the signals that I'm getting from LinkedIn, it justifies putting more effort into it. The other thing you have to consider is you can search by job title. This is incredible when it comes to trying to find brand partnerships, trying to build your personal network, trying to find podcast guests, trying to find opportunities to speak. Like, people are completely transparent about where they work and what they do. So if you happen to know the job title of the decision makers for your business. In my case, it would be heads of partnership or influencer managers, or even heads of community are helpful for me. I can search that. I can go to the company page on LinkedIn. I can look under people and I can scan down until I find the job title of the person I'm looking for and see if I have any connections. It's so much easier if you want to do outreach for your business to leverage a platform like LinkedIn than to try to think about what somebody handles is on Instagram and then try to make sure you're talking to the right person, because talking to the CEO of an organization is going to be a whole lot harder than talking to the specific director or specific C-suite person who's in charge of what you need in order to go from awareness to sale. Okay. So again, broadcast style social media is all about broadcasting a message on the social media platform, trying to reach the people that you're trying to reach organically, because that will be free. If need be, pay to play. But paying to play is not good to start with, because you need to make sure that there is an organic marketing signal to see, okay, this content is resonating, this style of content is resonating, this topic, this format, yada, 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 before you start dumping ad spend into it. Okay. So Paula said that LinkedIn workshop was balls out, so much info. I try to tell y'all, like, I specifically do advanced workshops. Your time is limited. You're not going to come into one of my workshops and it be full of fluff. It's going to be very targeted, very direct, and jam-packed. Okay. So I tend to watch the replays afterwards because I'm focused on facilitating when it's happening in real time. But I have learned so much by going back to that catalog and looking at those. And just so you guys know, let me go ahead and share this really quick. The way that my membership is set up, I leverage a platform called Uscreen. So it creates like a Netflix style experience for you. So you can easily look through the catalog and see what those past workshops were. We did a workshop on resetting your life, which if you're like me, I needed that one. Resetting your life with Justin. It went so well, he's going to come back next year. YouTube SEO, strategic storytelling, part-time creator, full-time income, how to use quizzes to grow your list, how to do marketing experimentation, scaling your business through paid speaking engagements, AI in your small business, and media kits and rates. Seriously, we covered a lot of ground this year, and there will be more and more as time goes on. So that's what I'm referring to when I talk about becoming a star student. You will get access to this content and others at bootstrapbizadvice.com. All right, so that is just number one. We're going to go faster as we go down this list. But if this is helpful for you and you want to see me do the same style live stream, specifically about sales and not marketing, you need to drop sales. I see 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I see 4 so far. So 10 is needed in order for me to choose this topic. Camille said, I tried to leverage LinkedIn last year, but was inconsistent due to not really knowing what to post. That is a fantastic point. To be honest with you, once we get through, so just so you guys know on the channel, every December, I do a big campaign called 25 Days of Canva, where I do 25 Canva tutorials in 25 days. I won't be going live in December because y'all gonna have plenty of content to watch, but I do want to do a LinkedIn series at the beginning of next year about what I learned, and post topics on LinkedIn is definitely going to be one of them. I really feel like I have hit my stride. I'm averaging like 20 likes a post. It's reaching the right people. It's directly led to sales. So I am going to do a LinkedIn series after my little break during 25 Days of Canva. But yeah, so the game plan is to film the tutorials in November. The team will be editing them in December, and then I get to break in December. So I love that for me. All right, so cool. So just so you know, I am thinking about y'all, but whew, I be creating a whole lot of content. So you gotta pace yourself. All right, so that looks great. Feel free to take a screenshot now, because I'm gonna have to move this text to make room for SEO content. So take a picture on your phone, take a screenshot on your computer if you're watching on your computer. But we're going to hop into SEO content next. So we'll just move that over there. There we go. Give myself a little cheat sheet. Okay, SEO content. So what do I mean when I say SEO content? So SEO is search engine optimization. Okay, that is what SEO stands for. People use that phrase all the time and don't explain it. So I don't want to assume that everybody knows what I'm talking about. So when you are creating SEO content for your business, what you're trying to do is to get your content to be found by people who are problem aware. They're going to the search bar, whether it's Google or YouTube, and I'll explain, and they're typing in the problem: how to change a tire, how to tie a tie, how to market your business on YouTube. And they're stumbling across your content because you have optimized it on the back end. If you are trying to blog, you might leverage a tool like Yoast. Yoast is a plugin that's been around since the dawn of time. The equivalent to Yoast for YouTube is TubeBuddy. That is not the B in buddies capitalized. There we go. TubeBuddy. There's another one called vidIQ, but frankly, I just don't like the interface of vidIQ. It's very clearly tech bro-ish. I hate to say it that way. So I just personally like the way the TubeBuddy looks. So because it looks nice, I use it more. Just let me roll with you. So I use TubeBuddy, and Yoast is, I believe, just a WordPress plugin, but that's a tool that you could use if you're blogging. So let's be real. How did they score in my business? I would say that blogging was mixed success, and obviously YouTube was killing it. Okay. So why was blogging of mixed success for me? Well, I think the reason why I would say that it wasn't great was because I wasn't consistent with optimizing, and I didn't market, what do you call them, lead magnets. Rarely used lead magnets in the posts. So the reason why blogs in 2024 are so powerful is because they get found in the search. You know, you're going to Google and you're saying, how to use Instagram to market my business. And so you're stumbling across a blog post, and within that blog post, someone recommends to you a free master course about Instagram Reels or a free mini course about Instagram Live or what have you. And so on top of the blog post itself being valuable, they are marketing to you some type of freebie or lead magnet that takes that education and takes you to the next level. I wasn't doing that. Okay, what I was doing was taking my YouTube videos, creating blog posts about it, and not even all of them, just like the Canva and Flowdesk ones. And I was just putting my affiliate link for Canva and Flowdesk. So it was helpful. I was seeing traffic coming from my website to my Canva link, to my Flowdesk link. However, I know for a fact it would have been more successful if I had incorporated lead magnets. The other thing that I could have done better was leverage Pinterest. Pinterest plus blogging is like a power combo. I don't use Pinterest though. So in terms of me getting a benefit from blogging, it was not that successful for me. You know, there was some signal, but not much, because I wasn't taking the blog post to the next level. Why? Because I've been making all these videos. I've been going live here Mondays at 10. I've been teaching workshops. I've been coaching. I've been doing pop-up LinkedIn lives. Like, there just wasn't any time. And so I think if I had doubled down on it, if I had a bigger team, and someone was specifically designated for blogging my content, I know for a fact that would help my business. But if I'm the one that has to do it, I don't have time to optimize blogging. Okay. So sometimes in your business, you may stumble across things that do get a signal, that do perform well, but you don't have the time, the bandwidth, the energy to hit the gas and make it perform better. So that's just the reality of the situation. I know that it could have been better, but I'm not stressed. Okay. And here's the reason why I am not stressed. YouTube killed it for me on multiple fronts, to the point where I went from just being a full-time YouTuber to having a team of 6 people, to having multiple editors, having a virtual assistant, having a graphic designer. And so I know for a fact SEO content is so helpful because it helps you to be found by people who know they have a problem. You don't have to convince them of the value of what you do. You just have to be ready and available when they're ready to take action. Okay. So SEO content is fantastic to me. The number one way that people find my YouTube channel is because of the Google and YouTube search bar. I know it for a fact because I can see the analytics. So for me, the biggest thing that I can do to make YouTube perform better is more content and more engagement. So this is why I'm trying to be even more consistent with going live Mondays at 10. Even when I was traveling, when I went to Atlanta, we figured out a way to still go live, and it actually went really well. And I am asking for more engagement, like the poll of the week. Whether you are liking this live stream because you like it, whether you are commenting in real time or you're commenting on the replay, it's helping to tell the YouTube algorithm that this channel is one that you need to push out in front of more people. And so because I am doubling down on creating more content, posting more than once a week, and I'm not posting a recorded video multiple times a week. I'm going live on Monday and I'm trying to post a feed video on Thursday. That has really helped. My channel is growing faster. My AdSense revenue is going up. My brand deals are increasing in value. I've almost doubled my price for brand sponsorship since January because I'm showing traction with this channel. Okay. So in my case, YouTube is not just a marketing channel for me. In a lot of ways, it's my product. Okay. So I'm going to double down on YouTube. Y'all prepare to get sick of me because YouTube is free. I'm on here right now. I'm not paying to have a YouTube channel. I'm just showing up. I'm continuing to add value, to get more creative. Now, I'll be completely transparent with you. I was gifted this digital whiteboard, but I don't think they would have seen the value of giving it to me if I hadn't shown traction on YouTube. YouTube is my largest platform. So now I'm able to leverage something that was gifted to me as a way to get more engagement and to make my live streams even more interesting. So it's just a win-win all around. So again, if you want to see me do a live stream doing the same thing, but talking about sales and not just marketing, comment sales. We have gotten a few more. I know you guys are listening to me and that's why you're not commenting that, but the engagement again helps this channel a lot. All right. So that is SEO. All right, we're doing good on time. Conferences. Woof. Conferences. Okay, well, we are going to get fully transparent about these conferences. Okay. So I would say if I had to score conferences, yeah, I would say there's a signal there. So I wouldn't say I'm going to double down on conferences and do a whole lot more of them. I wouldn't say completely cut them out, but there's definitely some caveats. Okay. So first and foremost, what I've learned about conferences is I need to focus on the speaker lineup. Now, this is not because I want to learn more. This is because my target customer is not the people in the audience. It's the other speakers. The other speakers who are experts and educators who are being paid to speak, those are actually the people who help to build my business, not necessarily the people in the audience who are coming to learn. All right. Now, I'm not saying as a speaker, you're not going to go into situations where you learn from other speakers as well, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. What converted for me, what turned into sales, was talking backstage to other speakers, was being in the green room, was being there for tech check, was being on the prep calls before the conference even started. I had way more time with the other speakers than I did with the attendees. Now, for the attendees, what I did for that, instead of focusing on converting attendees, what I focused on was grow your list with attendees. Okay. It's going to take time to convert someone who is watching me in real time speak on stage to being a paying customer, whether that means becoming a member or booking me for a consult or whatever. Like, it's going to take time. I'm not trying to go into a 15-minute talk and walk out with sales. So instead, what I am trying to do is to simply drive traffic to my email list. And the way that I did that was through giveaways. Now, if you are a member of my membership, y'all know I'm Baby Oprah. I'm always giving stuff away. But what's great about giving away something physical at a conference is you can physically show what people are going to receive. You can use the giveaway as a way to capture testimonials from your talk, which you can leverage later. And then you can grow your email list by asking for people's emails at the end of the survey. I use Jotform for that, and it has worked like a dream. I include the QR code in my slide deck, and I create a mini chat automation. And typically I'll grow my email list anywhere from 50 to 100 emails within a 15-minute span of time. That is so much more valuable to me than trying to get 1 or 2 sales from the stage. Okay. So I would say that's something really important to consider. Another thing to consider would just be the physical distance and the time that I'm going to have to take off. So I really like people. Conferences can be fun, but at the end of the day, the shorter the amount of time I can be at a conference, the better, because the longer I'm there, the longer my team is without me, the more time I have to take to prepare to be gone, the harder it's going to be to re-enter my business after being away. And so I really have to take into consideration, what is the ROI on my time for going to a conference in person? So I actually had to turn down a paid speaking engagement in Mexico, because as cool as that sounded, I've just came on board for the Groove team to help them build their referral and affiliate program. And Sis just ain't got time. Like, more than likely, this short-term contract is going to get renewed. And so I don't have time to be away. We're literally building out a referral and affiliate program within a mobile app. And there's like a team of 5 people, and I'm like the 5th person. So yeah, I had to think about it long and hard. And so conferences are cool and all, you know, they look cool in an Instagram reel, but from a marketing perspective and a sales perspective, mixed feelings about it. So I look for more opportunities to do things virtually, so that I can still be at home and keep the business running while also generating some more income for the business. Okay. So you guys are super quiet. So we're going to take a quick break. And I'm going to be a lot faster on the other ones because they're pretty simple. But y'all let me know in the comments, are y'all enjoying this? There are a bunch of people here live, which is super cool. So let me know in the comments, are you enjoying this? Paula said that the storytelling workshop with Akua was one of her favorites. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to mix like hardcore education with more lighthearted stuff. Akua is one of my best friends, so we were really just kicking it and teaching at the same time. So yeah, try to keep it interesting. All right, yes, this has been super interesting and helpful. Love that. All right, Nicole said great info. Camille said we're quiet because it's good. Oh man. Well, just a little encouragement, y'all. Just so I'm like, oh crap, did I like end the stream on accident? Did I lose my internet connection? Okay, you're right. I've budgeted an event to get an ROI. You basically have to make it a VIP. Yes, yes. Good point. Oh, hey, Angela, it's good to see you, girl. Loving it. Awesome. All right, well, let's go back to the board. All right, so we talked about conferences. I'm actually going to skip ahead to virtual events because that'll be super quick. Okay, so virtual events. And when I'm talking about those, I'm talking about events that I host. And I would actually say this was a freaking home run. I definitely want to do more virtual events next year. And I think the reason why is because it's my way of essentially doing a live cohort of a course. That's how I think about them. And so instead of saying, okay, I'm going to spend all this time filming this content and editing this content, putting it up on Teachable, Thinkific, Kajabi, whatever to sell, I'm just going to sell the concept. I'm going to sell the outline. I'm going to sell what's included, and then I'll just do it in real time. And that, for my brain, it just gives me so much more accountability. It helps me to pivot and to modify content to fit who showed up. And so it's just been great. So the live cohorts that I did start a YouTube channel in a week. Then I did the LinkedIn live masterclass. And the one I'm running right now is the Mindful Marketing Mastermind. So this was in June, this was in August, and this will start November 1st. So it wasn't intentional, but I think doing these really high quality events quarterly makes a lot of sense. I think because of the level of work that I put into mine, doing it more often than quarterly would just be over the top. And it also helps me to fit it in around other things that are happening in the business. So if you missed the live stream where I went into what we're going to be doing in the pop-up mastermind, I'll just show you really quick the landing page, give you the short version of it. And so essentially, I have seen that so many people burn out when they're in launch mode, especially when they're trying to launch during the holiday season. They're trying to fit it in at the end of the year because they need to make some additional income, but they really don't have a ton of time. And so I am specifically looking for service providers who want to leverage tech and community to finish the year strong. They're looking at their numbers. They're saying, I'm not where I want to be. I need some help. I need some accountability, and I need some help from you to help me to get there. And so essentially, I talk to people about why most launches flop, and then I give them an outline of what's included. So you're going to become a member of the Bootstrap Creator community, which is awesome because I already have a system for that. So I talked to Uscreen and I was able to create a private channel in the app specifically for the mastermind. So just people in the mastermind can talk to each other. They can say, hey, what do you think about my landing page? Hey, what do you think about the name of my offer? Hey, does this landing page make sense? And so I love doing that because not everyone in my membership is trying to do this. And so you get a way more engaged group of people who are specifically trying to get this task done. So I love that aspect of it. And so I was able to easily create another membership tier without overhauling everything, which was great. So that's included. I'm creating the Bootstrapper's Guide to Holiday Offers, where I'm taking the 9 ideas from that live stream and I'm essentially turning it into an ebook that says, here's what the offer is, here's an estimated price to sell it at, here's the tech you're going to need to execute it. And so that way people can choose what they want to try to launch of the ideas that I gave. I want to create some video tutorials specifically to the tech tools that I recommend. So if people have never tried the tech tools that I recommend, they can see me actually walk through in real time how to use them. So they're not Googling and wasting a lot of time with that. Then I'm going to have regular office hours that I have blocked out 2 hours on November 4th, November 11th, and November 18th, so that you can ask me questions or you can just show up to get your work done so that you're able to launch it by Black Friday. Or if you have to, wait until December, but you'll have access to me because I've already blocked out that time on my calendar. I'm going to give you a launch marketing checklist because I just know how to market offers and there may be some steps that you're forgetting. So I want to give you a very quick checklist for that. And then again, the dedicated channel in my community. So between November 1st and December 31st, you'll be able to engage with people inside of the community and get feedback, help, support, all the jazz. Okay. So all that being said, that's a whole lot of work, right? And so when I look at these virtual events, while they're super helpful for building awareness for what I do, they're also great for sales. So they give cash infusions into my business. It's a whole lot of work. So we need not do this monthly. But I think if I only did it twice a year, then it would be hard to make them topical and fit what's happening in the climate of how small business is being run. So I think, to be completely honest with you, these 3 events were home runs. I already have the curriculum created, so now I can go back, I can refine it, I can make it even better. And I think I will just do one more, either one more offer or offer start a YouTube channel in a week twice. Because a lot of people like to start a new channel at the beginning of the year. So that's my thinking about virtual events. It's great for building awareness. It's great for sales. So we're going to double down on that. All right. Podcasts. Let's see. Podcasts. We're like going all out of order, but that's okay. Podcasts, I would say, if I were to be completely honest with you, this is going to be horrible. I would say that overall podcasts were a fail. And here's the reason why. A lot of hosts want me to talk about the same topic to the same type of audience. Okay. So I think podcasts were a fail for me because I really feel like I'm talking about the same thing over and over, answering the same questions. People are besties, so they got the same audience, and I got sick of hearing my own voice. Okay. Now, me doing podcast style live streams, like when I had Bob Berg on the channel, the co-author of The Go-Giver, like last week when I had Mike Michalowicz on the channel to talk about Profit First, that was a home run. Podcast style content on my channel, fantastic. I get to leverage the audience of the guests. I get to curate who's on here. It helps me build up my street cred because it's like, oh my gosh, LaShonda knows Bob Berg. LaShonda knows Mike Michalowicz. Like if I had Donald Miller on here, like that's on my bucket list. Like that type of content, killer. Because if I host it on both LinkedIn and YouTube, I'm building up my LinkedIn profile, reaching a new group of people and showing who's literally in my network. Then on my channel, it's generating passive income because people are watching the replays. But me going on other people's podcasts was such an interruption. It was like having a ton of extra meetings for no reason. And I know it's cool to be a podcast guest, but I'm telling you, as someone who's done like over 30 podcast interviews, the best podcast interviews for my brand are ones that invite me to speak in person. When I did the Honeybook podcast and I was able to be in the same room as the host, that was killer for me because I come to life through video. When you see me, when you only hear me, although I have a great speaking voice, it's cool and all, but it's like next level when you get to actually see me. And so for me, if I'm going to be going on podcasts, they need to be video podcasts. And if I'm going to do it on my channel, then I need to go for big name guests to bring something new to the channel. But the way I was doing podcasts, people just messaging me, hey, would you be on my podcast? Unless they're a community member. I think that's fantastic. If they're a member of my community and they're saying, hey, LaShonda, you've taught me about going live and I would love to have you on my live stream. Oh, home run, hands down. I'll do it all day long to support my members. But me just randos showing up in my inbox and me doing those podcast interviews, not that helpful. And it was so disruptive to my schedule. So, yeah, that one's hard because it's cool. Just like conferences, they look cool. But from a brand awareness standpoint, especially if the podcast has the same audience as another one you've already done and you're talking about the same thing, it's just a waste of time, at least for me. So that's my 2 cents about that. Let's see here. First heard you on the Honey Book Pod. Well, fantastic. That's what I'm saying. Like, that was a great interview. And the host actually happened to be a friend of mine. So even better, I was super comfortable. We were able to collaborate on the topic. Like, it was fantastic. So yeah, it was just wonderful. But by and large, if it's an audio only podcast, it doesn't really build my brand like video does. I'm a video girl. I need to be on video. Okay. Man, we're running low on time. We're going to fast forward. Okay, let's see here. What else do we have here? Guest teaching. Guest teaching was a home freaking run. More of that, please. Point blank, I'm a teacher. I'm a tech educator. I need to be educating. So when I go to other people's communities as an educator, as a guest educator, and I'm teaching about YouTube, I'm teaching about online marketing, whatever, like, I have had people who heard me teaching somebody else's membership become a member. So more of that, please. Also, got paid. Love that. A lot of podcast interviews, I'm basically giving what I would have given as a guest expert, not being paid. But when I go into membership communities, 9 times out of 10, I get paid for that. So on top of me building awareness, I'm making, I wouldn't say passive income, I'm just getting paid. And it's a great way to recruit new members, specifically when the membership I'm teaching in solves a different problem than I solve in my membership. So community over competition, everybody wins. Some more guest teaching. What else do we have here? Newsletters and email marketing is what we got left, which are kind of similar. Let's see here. Newsletters. I would say that was mixed. For newsletters, I would say for me, LinkedIn newsletters needs a refresh. Now my handwriting's getting really trashy. LinkedIn newsletters are great because when people follow you on LinkedIn, they automatically get invited to join your newsletter. My topic is trash right now. I need to switch my topic to a tech topic. People on LinkedIn care way more about tech than YouTube. And so I need to completely refresh my newsletter. So that will be more beneficial to me as something else. So that's my thought on that. I did some newsletter sponsorships. And that was a home run. I use newsletter sponsorships to sell my LinkedIn Live Masterclass, and that helped generate a lot of sales and get me in front of thousands of new people. I think I reached like over 40,000 people who hadn't heard of me. So that was a home run. More of that. And then, yeah, I guess you could call my email list a newsletter. So that would be the Bootstrap Club. And that was a home run. I convert the highest through my newsletter. And so driving traffic to the Bootstrap Club, even switching what I talk about here, having that ad that you saw about the Bootstrap Club, changing my title on my live stream to that to grow my newsletter has been awesome. So the Bootstrap Club is all about sharing mindful marketing tech tips twice a week. Mondays are specifically focused on the live stream topic, and Thursdays is more of a strategy deep dive, and then whatever the feed video of the week is. So that's that. And then email marketing is the last one on the list. Email marketing, home run. Not only is my email marketing with Flowdesk killing it, but I've partnered with Flowdesk on a ton of stuff, whether it's co-presenting a webinar with them, creating content for their Instagram. They flew me out to Portugal in June. Like, I'm going to their all hands meeting this week. Email marketing, phenomenal. So I hope that this was interesting to you, that this was engaging to you. If you liked it, y'all, I knew you were going to like it. But the question is, did you hit the like button? So if you haven't hit the like button already, I would encourage you to do that. Get the sucker a thumbs up to tell the YouTube algorithm that this was valuable. Again, poll of the week. If you want to see me come back next week and talk specifically about what converted to sales, what put the money in my bank account, then you need to put sales in the comments. I only saw 6 so far, so I might switch the topic if you don't engage, because I just want to choose a topic that you're interested in, like legitimately interested in. So if that's something that you want to see, make sure before you head out, you comment sales, whether you comment on the replay or comment live. That's how I choose these topics. I don't just pull these things out of nowhere. So make sure that you comment sales if you want to see the same topic back next week, but specifically geared to sales and not marketing, because sales is focused on making the sales. Marketing is on building awareness and interest. Super excited to support Alan, Lisa, Camille, Paula, Adrian, other Lisa, and Caitlin, but there is room for more in the pop-up mastermind. So you can totally go to LaShondaBrown.com/pop-up mastermind to join the mastermind. You will be a member of the Bootstrap Creators in November and December, and then you can have a choice after that whether or not you want to stay. We'll even be doing a holiday party in December instead of our normal coaching call. So we're a fun group of people. Would love to have you join us. The link is already in the description for you to sign up. Early bird is going to end on the 30th. Price goes up on Halloween. I believe that is everything. It is 11 o'clock, so we got to go. I'm in love with this board. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's so fun to be able to teach this way. So keep commenting, keep letting me know what questions you have. If you like this format, if you want me to come back, do this again. Okay, I do believe, let's really quick count them. Nicole says sales. Jen says sales. Trisha says sales. That's 3. Paula says sales. Thought I saw some more. Camille. Simply Scripture. Brown Brilliance. Angela. Prana Rising. 9. Oh, we got 9. One more, and it could be yours. Oh, Camille said her shirt came last week. Awesome. I love that. Okay. Yeah. So we do have Bootstrap Creator t-shirts for founding members. A local t-shirt company has printed those for me. Benaya Prints. I actually need to go there today to get my relay shirt. So yeah, all the things, guys, we're having a good time. This has been a really good year. But yeah, lots of changes. And so I'm really trying to make sure that I educate you on what's actually working, what's actually converting, so that you can work less and live more by leveraging tech and YouTube. So thank you so much for watching this live. I will be back next Monday at 10. And until next time, ta-ta for now.